Welcome to your first Flip video presentation. This one is on units and their conversions. We'll be looking at millimetres, micrometers and nanometers and how we convert between all three. But first let's look at conversion you are familiar with. There are 10 millimetres in 1 centimetre. So we all know that if we want to convert centimetres into millimetres, you times by 10. So 2 centimetres is the same as 20 millimetres. If I wanted to convert millimetres into centimetres, I would divide by 10. So 22 millimetres is the same as 2.2 centimetres. However, when it comes to the microscope, we can't really use millimetres and centimetres. We use micrometers and nanometers. There are 1,000 micrometers in 1 millimetre, making micrometers a lot smaller than millimeters. Nanometers are even smaller than micrometers. There are 1,000 nanometers in 1 micrometer. So if we want to convert millimeters into micrometers, we would times by 1,000. To convert back, we would divide. So the rules are, if you're going from a larger value, for example millimeters, to a smaller value, i.e. micrometers, you need to times. If you're going from a smaller value, i.e. micrometers, to a larger value, i.e. millimeters, you divide. When we're converting between millimeters, micrometers and nanometers, you will see that each of them we either divide or times by 1,000 for each jump. This is why I recommend not using centimeters when measuring images, because it doesn't follow that 1,000 rule. So this slide shows us a conversion table, which allows us to look at what we would do to convert from our starting value to our end value. Because I'm not a math whiz, I tend to just do it in stages of 1,000. So if I was converting millimeters into nanometers, I would times by 1,000 once, then times by 1,000 twice. And this just makes sure that I get it right every single time. Right, so let's look at an example before you have a go. So let's say a ribosome's width was 5 nanometers, and we wanted to know its width in micrometers if we were doing a calculation. So we would divide by 1,000. To calculate its width in millimeters, we would divide that value by 1,000 again. So have a go at completing the rest.